And my key points from the teaching of Judges chapter 9 that we went over last week. And it was all about Gideon's son, Abimelech. So remember, Abimelech, of course, is the son of the concubine of Shechem. So Gideon's son, Abimelech, campaigned to be the king. And he campaigned to be the king, and he came to his mother's family because, of course, that was his bloodline. That was she was Gideon's concubine. Now Gideon has 70 children, so basically 71 children because we have Abimelech. Abimelech's family helped him and funded his campaign from the treasury of their god Balaam. Abimelech murdered his 69 brothers because he most definitely did not want any competition. He wanted to ensure that he would rule. He wanted the kingship. There's nothing written in the word of Jehovah that says that Gideon's other sons was even interested in that. Matter of fact, Gideon said, I will not rule over you, nor will my son or my sons will rule over you, because Jehovah is the king. And of course, Gideon had 70 children, but there was one son, Jotham, who actually survived that murderous scene of him killing all his brothers, going from house to house. And so he spoke a parable and slash a curse, if you will, with Abimelech if they made him king in the wrong way. And of course, we found out that they did, and this is why Abimelech actually died by a woman who crushed his skull, not totally, but enough that it ended him. And he asked for his armor bearer. By the way, this is when we first see the word armor bearer, to actually end his life because he didn't want it to be known that a woman had defeated him. And so that's where we see the first time again the word armor bearer. Remember, those were assigned for the king to work with the king. And this is not something that we should be having in today's age because, in the non-denomination religious systems, you're not a king. All right. And so the insight to understand that Abimelech was not a judge, especially a judge appointed by Jehovah, because he was a murderous person. Not only did he not follow the commandments, he did not bring the commandments to Jehovah's people and repent and start following. That's nothing that Abimelech had done, nothing written about that. He was more like a military person, and he was willing to destroy anyone who did not stick on his side. Those who was not supportive of his rule, he was willing to kill them. And this is what we read all in the book of Judges, chapter 9. I had no questions. There is cross reference that I have before you, and there was no word study.